Welcome back to LexSmart Media, the podcast where we connect the dots. Today we have another episode for you guys entitled Power Shift, which questions the current economic outlook and asks the question, is a new global economic order emerging? Has it already emerged? What should we do about it in terms of personal development, business change? How should we react to this shift in power, and what should we expect going forward? From inflation and sanctions to the rise of new alliances like the BRICS, the global financial stage is being redrawn in real time. But what does it all mean for us, the individual consumer, the business entrepreneur? What outlook should we expect in the future? And how should we, in turn, shift our own perspective in a way that we grow and manage our business? Let's start with a bit of history. After World War II, the global economy was reshaped by the United States and its allies. They created an institution like the IMF, the Global Bank, and the World Organization to promote trade, finance, and economic development. This system, often referred to as the rules-based international order, led to decades of globalization. But recently, we've seen signs that it's not working like it used to. The U.S. has entered trade wars, particularly with China, and inflation and rising debt are affecting not just developing countries, but Western economies too. Even the West is now leaning into protectionism with subsidies and national industrial policies. It's a shift that's surprising and open doors for alternatives. And enters BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Countries like Argentina, Egypt, Iran, the UEA are knocking at the BRICS door. This isn't just about economics. It's about politics, it's about power, and the future of global leadership. With one big goal, reducing dependency on the US dollar. Some BRICS nations are exploring new payment systems that bypass the SWIFT system and promote local currencies and trade. Let's be clear, the US is still dominant, but the push to create parallel system is gaining momentum. Is this the start of a multipolar financial world? The world's two biggest economies, China and the United States, are locked in a battle, and not just over trade, but technology as well. From semiconductor bans to AI regulations, what used to be a global supply chain are becoming geopolitical chess pieces. At the same time, we're seeing a rise in regional trade deals. The Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership in Asia, the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, Latin America exploring more South-South cooperation. Companies and countries are now talking about friendshoring, building supply chains with political allies rather than whoever is cheapest. So trade is no longer just about cost efficiency. It's about country and resilience. So let's read the current situation. Since Trump has come into power, there's been a lot of changes in the U.S. economy. Specifically, the tariffs and the sanctions that he's put in place, the immigration policy that he has adopted, the closing of different government departments like Department of Education, USAID, and so on and so on. So there's been a lot of changes in the few months that Trump has came into power. So we have to read the current situation and make sense of it. In this shift, I do believe that China has the upper hand, because China is so advanced, not only in production and trade, but in technology as well. And if you look at the advancement that China has made, anyone who knows will tell you that China is way more advanced currently than the US is. We have to look at the advancement that they've made in technology that permits them to have an upper hand. But the U.S. is a military power. It has economic power as well. And so the U.S. can move its weight around in order to bring about certain changes that are in its favor. Now, how do you adjust as an individual, a professional, or as a business entrepreneur? If we look at the current situation, we can see that amidst the chaos, there's a lot of opportunity that comes about. I do see this as exciting times because the opportunities that we have now are opportunities that perhaps we have never had before. Let's look at technology, for example. With the use of technology today, the world is way more advanced than it was years ago. With artificial intelligence emerging as a key sector that can propel the advancement of emerging economies. So for you and I, we have to focus on what current tools we have and how should we align ourselves in the next months and years to come. First of all, you have to read, Cass. You have to read the times, you have to read the current economic situation, and you have to read in order to be educated on the new technology and all the tools that are available to you in order to grow and excel. Everyone should be using AI, no matter what line of business you're in. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, just to stay relevant, you have to get used to doing the previous tasks that you're used to in a different way, in a more efficient way. Actually, our next episode is going to dive into digital tools that will help you to advance not only in your profession, but in business. So tune into the next episode where we dive in and give you those tools that you need right now in order to advance. Okay, let's continue. For countries like Haiti and across the Caribbean and Africa, this shift brings both opportunity and risk. On one hand, we can diversify trade and investment partnerships. BRICS countries, for example, are investing in infrastructure, tech, energy, in places long overlooked by the West. On the other hand, aligning too strongly with one bloc over another could backfire. Geopolitical tensions are rising, and small nations must be smart, not just reactive. What we really need is a strategic autonomy. That means investing in local industries, digital transformation, and education so we can adapt no matter which way the global wind blows. So is a new world economic order emerging? Yes, slowly but surely, the old systems are being challenged. A more fragmented, multipolar world is forming. The question is whether emerging economies like ours will be able to seize the moment or get left behind. This is the right time for you to take advantage of the shift in power. And your best move at this point is to become more educated, not only into how the shift is being made, but also on what emerging tools and technology that you need to learn in order to stay relevant and advance in business. What's taking place right now has been no different from times of the past because technology have always changed economies. Technology have always changed the way that people are used to doing things. A lot of people would say it's a gold rush in artificial intelligence. Because right now, it's so easy to use artificial intelligence to create just about anything. It's so easy to do certain tasks using AI. Outside of educating yourself and using AI to have an upper hand, how do you seize these opportunities? You have to look at the emerging markets. Right now, there's a lot of markets that's emerging, not only in the US, but also in the Caribbean, in South America, in Africa, and in different parts of West Asia. So let's look at these emerging markets and see how can we come in and develop businesses that are relevant to these emerging markets. Let's take Haiti, for example. Haiti has suffered economically, politically, and there's been so much political turmoil in Haiti that it has handicapped its growth. With the use of technology, we can see how the situation in Haiti has been much more exposed, where before a lot of that information wasn't available to us. And what you see in Haiti now is a lot more people are getting into the creative sector. They're using social media and technology to create, to brand themselves and the lifestyle that they're living. Now let's look at trade and economy in Haiti. If we look closely, we see that the U.S. remains the major trade partner of Haiti, but Haiti is also being exposed to the Asian markets as well, in addition to the Latin American markets. We can see that technology is allowing more people to do trade internationally. So we can go on Alibaba or whatever Asian markets that exist and do business with those markets or with those companies and actually bring more business to Haiti in the Caribbean. Let's look at production. It's easier now for these small countries to produce because they have the technology. It's so much in terms of agricultural production, in terms of drones, tractors, and different technologies that allows the farmer to produce better. And it's the same thing in construction, for example. There's so much innovational technology in construction that nowadays the material and equipments used in construction are much more efficient now. With the emergence of new technology, the system of governance will also change. The system of governance in Haiti has pretty much been the same in the last, 50, 60 years. Haiti has not really introduced technology in its governance. Haiti has not implemented the tools for efficiency in its governing. Haiti doesn't have a good IT infrastructure to help it govern the country, which is essential nowadays. You cannot govern without having a good infrastructure. Not only will technology allow Haiti to be more efficient in its governing, but I also think it will allow Haiti to be more transparent in its governing, meaning it will lessen the amount of corruption that exists in the government. So if we look at it just in terms of technology can change the game for Haiti in terms of construction and building infrastructure in the country, in terms of global trade and new economies, but in governance as well. So Haiti will not only develop and catch up to other countries in the world, but also Haiti has a window now to open the Haitian economy to the global world. One of the things that I always examine in Haiti is that Haiti is closed off from the rest of the world. Economically, it's closed off. From banking, especially, it's closed off. People in Haiti know how hard it is to do bank transactions. Oftentimes, it's money transfer companies that you have to use, and you happen to lose time and money by having to take those routes. And up to now, Haiti has not fully implemented the mobile digital transactions in a large scale. So those are different markets that right now is open. The banking market, the service market. Anyone who can provide money services will actually be able to be in a good position to do business in Haiti. Just being able to open up that market means a whole lot. Nowadays, you see a lot of people are trying to use mobile money or the mobile wallet. A lot of people are trying to use Zelle and Cash Card just to make a transaction. And so those sectors as well are being opened up by the development of technology. And to go even further, I'm waiting to see the day that Haiti has a crypto ATM people can go to make crypto transactions. That's a market that's been untouched. And I think those sectors are relevant in the upcoming years. Anyone who can get into those sectors would definitely be able to seize opportunities in that particular emerging market. Because you're a key player in actually implementing these new technologies in these emerging markets and creating new businesses. Not only you have the resources, you have the technology. Now the question is, how do you create positive collaboration between the states and the emerging markets in order for you to seize those opportunities? We see that it's possible because we see how Mexico is not only an emerging market, but it's taking shape into becoming a big player in this region. We see how Brazil and other smaller countries are being shaped and becoming emerging markets that are relevant. So it's possible for you to take part in these new emerging markets because we see examples. We see examples in Mexico, in Jamaica, in the Dominican Republic, and so on and so on. And so you have to continue to read the market, read the situation on the ground, and see how we can create ventures that can be well implemented in these markets. The changes are being made on the government level between the US and China and other global economies. We also have to know what's the best way to react to these changes and how do we not only see it as opportunities, but see it as necessary change in order to develop the world and humanity as a whole. Okay, guys, this is the end of our podcast. We're going to end it here, but let's continue to read the trends. Let's continue to educate ourselves, and let's use this shift in the global economies in order to align ourselves, in order to seize greater opportunities. In the upcoming podcast, we have a whole lot that will introduce you guys to the different technologies, and we're going to continue the discussion so that we educate ourselves and stay knowledgeable about what's going on in the world, in the economy, and how to best align ourselves. Again, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, share, and let's get the conversation going, because understanding the market is the first step to mastering it. This is LexSmart Media.